Far out in the middle of the Pacific Ocean, about a 5-hour flight west from California, lies one of the world's most isolated island chains, Hawaii. Many people know it as a tropical paradise, but its greatest beauty comes from something far more powerful: isolation. Beyond the famous beaches and luxury resorts is a place with no phone signal, no internet, and even an island that has remained closed to the public for more than 150 years, protected by a single family determined to preserve its way of life. Hawaii was not formed when continents split apart. Instead, it was created by a volcanic hotspot deep beneath the Pacific Ocean. For millions of years, lava rose from the Earth's interior, cooling layer upon layer until new islands emerged above the sea. As the Pacific plate slowly drifted, older islands moved away while new ones formed, creating the volcanic chain that continues to grow today. Around 400 AD, skilled Polynesian navigators crossed thousands of miles of open ocean using only the stars, ocean swells, and the flight patterns of birds. Known as wayfinders, they reached these remote islands without maps or compasses, bringing with them a culture deeply connected to nature that would shape Hawaii for centuries. For centuries, Hawaii was divided among rival chiefs, with each island ruled separately. That changed when King Kamehameha I emerged as a brilliant military leader. Through strategy and determination, he united the islands and founded the Kingdom of Hawaii in 1810, bringing an end to years of conflict. Under his rule and those of his successors, Hawaii developed into an independent and progressive nation. Even Iolani Palace in Honolulu had electricity and a telephone before the White House in Washington, D.C. Everything changed in 1778, when Captain James Cook reached the islands and connected Hawaii to the outside world. Trade soon followed, but so did disease, firearms, and foreign political influence. As American sugar plantations expanded, the Hawaiian monarchy gradually lost its power. In 1893, Queen Liliuokalani, the last monarch of Hawaii, was overthrown by a group of American businessmen and politicians. To prevent bloodshed, she surrendered peacefully, even as she watched her kingdom disappear. Decades later, in 1959, Hawaii officially became the 50th state of the United States. Yet despite these changes, many parts of the island still preserve the traditions, beliefs, and identity that existed long before the modern world arrived. Most visitors arrive in Honolulu, where high-rise hotels, busy streets, and the famous Waikiki Beach create the image of modern Hawaii. But beyond the city lights, the island reveals a very different world. At the western edge of Oahu, the crowds disappear, leaving only rugged cliffs, rolling sand dunes, and the endless sound of the Pacific Ocean. This remote headland is Kina Point, a place the native Hawaiians call Laina a Kayuhain, the leaping place of souls. According to Hawaiian tradition, the spirits of the dead begin their final journey to the afterlife from this sacred point. It is one of the most spiritually important places in the islands. Kina Point is also a refuge for wildlife. The Laysan albatross nests here, soaring effortlessly across thousands of miles of open ocean. To many Hawaiians, these graceful birds symbolize guides leading wandering spirits across the sea. Oahu itself is shaped by two ancient mountain ranges. The lush Koloa Range captures moisture from the Pacific, creating green valleys and tropical forests, while the older Waianae Range lies in the rain shadow, forming a drier and more rugged landscape. Together, they reveal how Hawaii's geography has created two completely different worlds on the same island. Hidden within the rugged Waianae Mountains lies Mekua Valley, a place that is both sacred and mysterious. Although part of the valley has been used for U.S. military training, large areas remain untouched, protecting caves and ecosystems that have survived in isolation for centuries. Hawaiian tradition even tells that the first humans were created here, making the valley one of the island's most respected cultural sites. Because Hawaii developed so far from any mainland, only a small number of plants and animals reached the islands naturally. Over thousands of years, they evolved into species found nowhere else on Earth. High in Oahu's mist-covered mountains, rare Hawaiian tree snails still survive. Legend says their gentle songs are the voice of the forest, a belief that helped protect them for generations. Another symbol of Hawaiian tradition is the Haia Lehua flower, which grows from ancient lava fields and represents the legendary love between the warrior Haia and the maiden Lehua. Meanwhile, many native Hawaiian communities continue to preserve their heritage by speaking Lelo Hawaiia, fishing from traditional canoes, and cultivating kalo, or taro. In Hawaiian belief, kalo is considered the elder brother of humanity, reminding people that caring for the land is essential because the land, in return, provides life. Another island reveals a different side of Hawaii. Covering nearly 75% of Maui, Haleakala is the massive volcano that shaped the island itself. According to Hawaiian legend, the demigod Maui climbed this mountain and trapped the sun with ropes woven from his sister's hair, forcing it to move more slowly so people would have longer days to work and live. Rising more than 3,000 m above sea level, Haleakala offers one of the clearest skies in the world. While visitors gather to watch the sunrise, scientists use its exceptional conditions to observe distant galaxies. From the summit, a sea of clouds often stretches below, creating a landscape that feels almost otherworldly. Descending from the volcano leads to the famous Road to Hana, a journey through one of Hawaii's most untouched regions. The route winds through 620 sharp curves and crosses 59 narrow bridges, passing waterfalls, dense rainforests, and colorful rainbow eucalyptus trees whose bark peels away in shades of blue, orange, and purple. Far from the crowds, Hana remains wild and peaceful. Here, the sounds of rushing waterfalls, tropical birds, and rustling forests replace modern life, reminding visitors that Hawaii's greatest beauty is found not in luxury, but in the untouched landscapes that have endured for centuries. Deep within the West Maui Mountains lies the lush Ao Valley, one of Hawaii's most sacred places. Towering above the valley is the famous Ao Needle, a steep rock formation often wrapped in mist. Beyond its beauty, this valley witnessed one of the most important moments in Hawaiian history. In 1790, King Kamehameha I fought the Battle of Kaepaniwai here during his campaign to unite the Hawaiian Islands. The conflict was so fierce that historical accounts describe the stream becoming blocked with fallen warriors. For native Hawaiians, the valley is more than a battlefield, it is a place where courage, sacrifice, and identity remain deeply connected to the land. Not far away lies Lahaina, once the capital of the Kingdom of Hawaii. For generations, its historic streets, ancient banyan tree, and waterfront reflected Hawaii's royal past. In recent years, devastating wildfires left lasting scars on this historic town, reminding the world how quickly treasured places can change. Yet Maui continues to preserve its unique spirit. Away from crowded tourist centers, peaceful coastlines, quiet villages, and protected landscapes offer a slower rhythm of life. Rather than being defined by mass tourism, the island remains a place where history, culture, and nature continue to exist in remarkable harmony. The Big Island is the youngest and largest island in Hawaii, and unlike the others, it is still growing. Deep beneath the Pacific Ocean, molten lava continues to rise from the Earth's interior. When it reaches the coastline, it cools and hardens, slowly creating new land and expanding the island year after year. Across the island, vast black lava fields stretch toward the horizon, shaped by countless volcanic eruptions. According to Hawaiian tradition, these landscapes belong to Pele, the goddess of fire and volcanoes. Locals believe removing even a small piece of lava brings bad luck, a reminder that the land is respected rather than owned. The island is also home to Mauna Kea, which rises more than 10,000 m from the ocean floor, making it the tallest mountain on Earth by that measurement. Its high elevation, dry atmosphere, and dark skies have made it one of the world's leading locations for astronomy, with 13 giant telescopes operated by 11 different countries. Remarkably, the Big Island contains 8 of the world's 13 climate zones. In a single day, visitors can experience tropical rainforests, dry volcanic deserts, cool mountain forests, and even conditions similar to a polar tundra, making it one of the most geographically diverse places on the planet. The eastern city of Hilo is the wettest place in the United States, where heavy rainfall feeds dense rainforests and spectacular waterfalls. On the opposite side of the island, the sunny Kona coast is famous for its world-renowned coffee, grown in rich volcanic soil. The island is also home to two extraordinary beaches. Punala Beach is covered in black sand created from volcanic lava, where endangered green sea turtles, known as honu, often rest along the shore. Even rarer is Papacolia Beach, one of only 4 green sand beaches in the world. Its unique color comes from olivine crystals left behind by ancient volcanic eruptions. Hidden beyond towering cliffs lies Waipio Valley, once one of Hawaii's most important political and cultural centers. Surrounded by cliffs rising more than 600 m, the valley was also where King Kamehameha I spent part of his childhood under royal protection. Today, only a small community remains in this remote valley. There are no busy roads or city noise, only waterfalls, fertile fields, and a way of life rooted in malama, the Hawaiian belief that when people care for the land will care for them. In Waipio, this ancient relationship between nature and humanity continues to thrive, largely unchanged by the modern world. Often called the Garden Isle, Kauai has remained one of Hawaii's most untouched landscapes for nearly 5 million years. Unlike many modern destinations, much of the island has been left exactly as nature created it. Around 90% of Kauai cannot be reached by car, preserving forests, rivers, and mountains that have changed little over time. Reaching its hidden corners requires hiking muddy trails, kayaking along ancient rivers, or viewing the island from the air. To protect its natural beauty, local regulations prevent buildings from rising higher than a coconut tree, ensuring that the skyline remains filled with forests instead of concrete. Along the island's northwest coast, the breathtaking Na Pali coast rises nearly 1,200 m above the Pacific Ocean. These towering sea cliffs have no road access, making them one of Hawaii's most isolated landscapes. Many visitors explore the region by hiking the challenging Kalalau Trail or by boat, where waterfalls plunge directly from the cliffs into the sea. Farther inland, Waimea Canyon, often called the Grand Canyon of the Pacific, displays layers of red, orange, and brown rock surrounded by lush green forests. Nearby, Mount Waialil, one of the wettest places on Earth, feeds countless waterfalls that pour from mist-covered cliffs, creating a landscape that remains as wild and untouched as it has for thousands of years. Among all the Hawaiian islands, Molokai has chosen a very different path. Often called the Hawaii of decades past, it is the only major island in the archipelago without a single traffic light. Life here follows the rhythm of nature rather than modern development, and strict local policies ensure that buildings never rise higher than a coconut tree. For years, major tourism companies proposed luxury resorts, golf courses, and large hotel developments. But the people of Molokai repeatedly rejected these projects, believing that protecting their culture and peaceful way of life was more valuable than economic growth. Their decision has allowed the island to preserve its authentic Hawaiian identity. Along the island's northern coast stand some of the world's tallest sea cliffs, rising more than 1,000 m above the Pacific Ocean. With no roads reaching these towering cliffs, they can only be admired by helicopter or by boat, where waterfalls plunge directly into the sea. Molokai also carries a powerful chapter of Hawaiian history. In the 19th century, the remote Kalaupapa Peninsula became an isolated settlement for people suffering from leprosy. Cut off from the rest of the islands, it was cared for by Saint Damien and Saint Marianne Cope, whose compassion restored dignity to countless patients. Today, Kalaupapa remains a protected historic site, preserving both its history and the privacy of the few former residents who still call it home. Beyond Molokai lies Niihau, often called the Forbidden Island. In 1864, Elizabeth Sinclair purchased the entire island from King Kamehameha V for $10,000 in gold. The agreement came with one important promise, to protect Hawaiian culture and keep the island free from the growing influence of the outside world. More than 150 years later, the Robinson family, descendants of Elizabeth Sinclair, continue to honor that promise. Despite receiving offers worth billions of dollars to transform Niihau into a luxury resort, they have refused to sell, choosing instead to preserve the island's traditional way of life. Life on Niihau remains remarkably simple. There are no paved roads, no public internet, very little electricity, and transportation is mainly by horses and bicycles. Rainwater provides the island's main water supply, while most essential goods arrive by boat from Kauai. Unlike the other Hawaiian islands, where English dominates everyday life, Hawaiian remains the primary language on Niihau. Around 70 to 200 native Hawaiians still speak the unique Niihau dialect, preserving traditions such as fishing, hunting, and creating the famous Niihau shell leis. Made from tiny shells collected after storms, a single lei can take months, or even years, to complete, making it one of Hawaii's most treasured cultural crafts. Niihau's isolation has shaped more than its culture, it has also influenced its history. In December of 1941, shortly after the attack on Pearl Harbor, a Japanese pilot named Shigenori Nishikaichi crash-landed on the island after his aircraft was damaged. Unaware that war had begun, the islanders welcomed him according to Hawaiian tradition. The situation quickly turned dangerous when the pilot attempted to seize control of the island and recover confidential military documents. During the confrontation, local resident Benahakaka, Ben Kanahele courageously stopped him despite being shot 3 times. The incident became known as the Niihau incident and remains one of the island's most remarkable historical events. Today, access to Niihau is still tightly controlled. Visitors cannot arrive without permission from the Robinson family, and even residents returning from the mainland follow strict rules to help preserve the island's peaceful way of life. For those hoping to see Niihau, the only opportunities are limited helicopter flights or carefully regulated diving tours around its coastline. Its untouched coral reefs support one of Hawaii's healthiest marine ecosystems, where endangered Hawaiian monk seals can rest undisturbed, offering a rare glimpse of Hawaii before the arrival of modern civilization. Far beyond the main Hawaiian islands lies one of the most remote protected places on Earth, Papahanaumokuakea Marine National Monument. Stretching nearly 2,200 kilometers across the northwestern Pacific, this vast chain of islands and reefs covers more than 1.5 million square kilometers, making it larger than all of America's national parks combined. Although the land itself is small, the surrounding ocean supports one of the planet's most untouched marine ecosystems. For native Hawaiians, this region holds profound spiritual meaning. Its name honors Papahanaumoku, the Earth Mother, and Wakea, the Sky Father. According to Hawaiian tradition, the main inhabited islands represent the world of life, while these distant northwestern islands mark the path where spirits begin their final journey to their ancestors. Millions of years of isolation have allowed life here to evolve in remarkable ways. The islands provide nesting grounds for more than 14 million seabirds from 22 different species, while the surrounding coral reefs shelter countless marine animals, many found nowhere else on Earth. To protect this fragile environment, public access is almost entirely prohibited. Only carefully authorized scientific expeditions and conservation teams are allowed to enter, following strict environmental rules to ensure this extraordinary ecosystem remains untouched for future generations. Hawaii may seem like a distant paradise, but its true beauty lies far beyond its beaches. It is a place where volcanic forces continue to create new land, where ancient traditions still shape everyday life, and where isolated islands protect cultures and ecosystems that have survived for centuries. From the sacred valleys of Oahu and the volcanic landscapes of Maui and the Big Island, to the untouched wilderness of Kauai, the quiet resilience of Molokai, the protected traditions of Niihau, and the remote waters of Papahanaumokuakea, each island reveals a different chapter of Hawaii's remarkable story. What makes Hawaii truly unforgettable is not only its breathtaking scenery, but the deep connection between its people, their history, and the land they call home. Here, nature is respected, traditions are carefully preserved, and the spirit of aloha remains alive in every generation. Perhaps the greatest lesson Hawaii offers is that not every beautiful place needs to be changed. Sometimes, the greatest act of preservation is simply allowing nature, culture, and history to continue undisturbed. Thank you for joining this journey across the Hawaiian Islands. If you enjoyed exploring one of the world's most extraordinary destinations, be sure to subscribe, and until our next adventure, keep exploring the world.